What's up, everybody? This is Johnny Basement. We are back here in the basement for hopefully a Yankee victory tonight. We got Garrett Cole on the mound, our ace, who's thrown a total of 5 pitches so far and has gotten 2 outs already. That's all well and good. We need the bats. We need the runs. We need to score. That's what we need to happen here. That's what needs to happen after that embarrassing sweep by the last place Red Sox. Embarrassing sweep by the last place Red Sox, who basically beat our AAA Yankees besides Torres, Rizzo, and Stanton. Stanton and Rizzo need to get on the ball. They need to get on the ball. Mrs. Basement, Rock, the greatest cellar dweller, my honey, Rock, in the basement. Thank you for the Father's Day jersey, honey. I love you so freaking much, honey. Thank you. Mr. Marine, OG cellar dweller and basement warrior in the basement. What is going on, Mr. That's right, Mr. Marine. That is right. The Yanks are a joke. We got too many injuries, too many things going on. Mr. Marine also says, what's up, The Rock? Nathaniel, what's going on? Nathaniel also says, what's up, The Rock? Go Red Sox. You're right. Go Red Sox. That's okay. You can go for them. No problem. They beat our AAA team. The Yankees are playing horribly. The Red Sox earned that win. No doubt about it, man. The Red Sox definitely earned that win. The Yankees are looking terrible as of late. They rely this much on Aaron Judge. This much. The rest of the bats haven't been around. Rizzo, Stanton, there's no excuse for those guys. They're not hitting. They are not hitting. So, got Harrison Bader back tonight. Harrison Bader is going to be batting sixth in the order. Jake Bowers, Glaber, Stanton, Rizzo, Donaldson, Bader, McKinney, Trevino, and Volpe. Oh, Volpe. Phew. Man, to think about the guys we turned down and not signed for Volpe. I know he's a rookie, but, man, this is like really, really bad. Raleigh, another basement warrior, another OG cellar dweller accounted for. Raleigh's in the basement. What's up, Raleigh? Rock with Mrs. Basement. My honey says, what's up to all the dwellers? Cullen, another cellar dweller accounted for. First, Ozzy in the basement. I almost said another Ozzy, but we don't have any other Ozzies in here yet, Cullen. You're the first Ozzy in the basement. What's going on, Cullen? Raleigh, what is the word, man? Good to see you in here, too, man. Two basement warriors accounted for. Bond, another cellar dweller, and Ozzy accounted for. Bond's in the basement. What's up, Bond? G'day, King Johnny and Queen Rock. And the dwellers, how's everyone doing? Don't forget to specky that like button. Specky that like button. Let's go. My favorite move in sports. The specky, that is such an incredible move for those that haven't seen it in the Australian rules football. Come on, Bowers, let's go. We need runs. If you guys see in the comment, I stole Rick the Ninja's comment. 1-800-RUNS now from last year. That's what the Yankees need to do. Call 1-800-RUNS now because we can't score any. And again, we are embarrassed all weekend. Embarrassed by the Red Sox. Absolutely embarrassed. And we look like a peewee league out there with the way we were playing in the outfield on Friday, man. 15-5. My gosh. We got destroyed that whole series. There's no excuse for that. Doing well, Bond from Mrs. Basement. Bowers, big ground out to second base. 1 out so far. We got Garrett Cole on the mound. Our saving grace tonight, hopefully. Hopefully we get our saving grace with him tonight. Mr. Marine, Yankees are done, Johnny Basement. You have to come up with new ideas. Forget baseball season. Do movie music night. They're not totally done. We're still in it. I still want to believe that we are still in it. We are. We're 39-32. We just need Mr. Marine. We just need our injured players back. We got Bader back now. Aaron Judge is coming back. The problem is Brian Cashman did nothing in the offseason. Nothing. Think about the players we have turned down waiting for Volpe to develop. Trey Turner, Marcus Semien, Carlos Correa. These guys could have been on the Yankees while we're waiting for Volpe to develop. But no, we had to bring in Volpe. The guy is too inconsistent right now. I'm not saying he's a total bust, but you rush this kid up, and this is what we got. These are the results. These are the other players that we could have had while waiting for this kid to develop, but they had to rush him up. This has been the problem. Again, the Aaron Hicks thing that we've beaten to death over and over. Flip, another cellar dweller, and Ozzy accounted for. Flip in the basement. What's up, dwellers? JB and Rock. That's right, Mrs. Basement, the queen of the basement. Basement boss. Rock said, what's up, Flip? Let's go, Glaber. Let's go. Glaber too, man. Hitting 256 right now. Let's go, guys. Come on. Look at it. Ah, it got in. No man's land. I fell in no man's land. Let's go. Now we got Stanton and then Rizzo coming up. Let's get some runs here right off the bat. Let's go. The last time Kirby for Seattle pitched against the Yankees, he threw 3 hits in 8 innings. 3 hits. This kid can play. Kid's a good pitcher. Cullen, Ozzie should be happy with the win in the first test. Excuse me. Way back, another cellar dweller accounted for, another Ozzie accounted for. Way back's in the basement. Stanton's up right now. Good day to you too, man. How you doing? It's always good to beat the Palms, Cullen. Bond, Australia beat England in the cricket, Johnny. You really need to get into cricket. Tony Hawk left an introduction to cricket video on the Discord for you. I'll check it out. Rugby's my next one to get into, and then cricket. I'll go do cricket after that, but rugby's the next one on the thing. Like when I did that video yesterday, I had no clue why things were funny or the bloopers that were happening when they showed the cricket. I had no idea what was going on. But rugby's my next one. And then we'll look at cricket after that. So you're probably a few months away from the cricket because rugby I got to start getting into. Mr. Marine, Judge won't be back until August the latest. That toe is worse than we think about. Yeah, that toe is really swollen, man. What a shame, man. And the guy did it on an all-out play. Can't be mad at Judge for playing the game he normally plays, 110%. All-out play. He got hurt when a lot of players would have backed off from hitting that wall. He did it, caught the ball, and that's the way he plays. Can't be mad at him. Can't be mad at Judge for that. Can't be mad at him, man. He plays all out. He gets paid the big money to do plays like that, and you got to respect it, even though I hate that he's injured. Now, that being said, Stanton and Rizzo really have to step up. Rizzo's been in a horrendous slump. I love Anthony Rizzo. Giancarlo Stanton has been in a horrendous slump. He just struck out looking. How do you look at that pitch right at your knees? You can't look at that, man. Stanton's been in a terrible slump. Wayback said, what's up, Rock? Hope you're well. Go Mariners. Thanks, Flip. There you go. Mr. Marine saying, what's up, the Bond? Come on, here we go with Rizzo, man. Let's go. Schnazzy, another cellar dweller accounted for, another. How's it going to you too? I almost said Ozzy. I'm so used to saying that. You're not Nazi. You are from Long Island, Schnazzy. That's what's up, man. What's happening? It should say first Long Islander in the basement. Truba's not here yet. Rizzo! Rizzo! Get that out. Get that out. It's off the wall. Let's go. Run home. There you go. Glaber's coming home. There we go. Rizzo almost had the homer. Almost had the homer. Oh. Anthony Rizzo, 1-run double off the wall, and I mean right off the wall. Oscar Hernandez dropped the ball. It's hard to say if he should have caught it. He should have caught it, though. It's kind of in his glove, but that's a hard cat. Now, he's right by the wall. See what I'm saying about Aaron Judge? Aaron Judge goes through these walls to catch balls. That's why he's hurt. Oscar Hernandez was right there. He probably should have had it, but who cares? He didn't get it. 1-run double for Anthony Rizzo. Now we got Josh Donaldson up. Let's go. Let's keep it going. I thought Rizzo, good. He's got to come out of this slump. He's got to come out of his batting slump. Rock, doing well way back, hanging outside with the grandkids. Yep, we got the grandkids here for the summer, guys. Shout out to fam. We got the grandkids here for the summer. Yep. And Rock, as always, is holding the family together. She is awesome. Way back, Rock, that's cool. I have 3 grandsons. That's right. You do speak about your grandkids a lot too, man. Rock, that's awesome. Bond, got to go soon. Got a heap of work to do today. All right, Bond. You got it, brother. Donaldson struck out on a pitch that was freaking in the sky. I don't know what he was swinging at there. Cullen, Rugby League State of Origin tonight. Queensland should go to 0-up. Now, listen, Cullen and everybody, I'm shouting you guys out again. Rugby union, rugby union, or NRL? Which one is the one to go to? I asked this before, and it seems like a lot of people are saying union. Rugby union's the one to go with, or NRL. Why or why not for both? Give it to me again, please. Mr. Marine, stress test tomorrow on the heart for 2 hours on the treadmill. Should be fun as hell. Oh, man. Man, Mr. Marine, but you're here and you're doing it, man. You're a Marine. You're a former Marine. You got this, man. You got this, Mr. Marine. 2 hours on the treadmill, man. I don't think I've done 2 hours on a treadmill combined in the last couple of years. Al, another cellar dweller accounted for. Al, what's going on, man? Good day, JB. Hope your Yankees can do the job for you today. So far, so good. We got one run. The problem is the Yankees in the past week have scored like one run in the first couple of innings. And then that should be enough, right? I mean, it seems like they can't get any hits after the first inning. I don't get it. All the best to you, Mr. Marine. We will definitely be thinking about you, praying for you. As always, man. As always, you got this. You got this. 2 hours on a treadmill is nothing for you. You got it. Flip, hope you go well, Mr. Marine. Way back, I watched the cricket highlights this morning. Rock, prayers up for Mr. Marine. Yep, from the both of us, Mr. Marine. You got it, brother. Good luck with that from way back. Flip, I was up at 4 a.m. and saw the last 45 minutes. Pure joy. Mr. Marine says, thank you, Rock, but I think I'll be okay. That's it. Come on, man. You definitely will. You will. Yep. She says you will. I say you will. You got it. Garrett Cole back out on the mound, top of the second inning. Oscar Hernandez coming up to the plate. He's hitting 254 with 12 home runs and 39 ribs. I thought the Mariners were going to be a little bit better this year than they are. I really did. I thought they were going to be a little bit better. Calling gray-haired grandfather here too. There you go. Hey, I got some of that gray. You really got to look to see it, but I got some of it, man. I got some of it. Oh, get it, Volpe, get it, Hernandez. Oh, man, he just got him. Just got him. Good play by Volpe there, even after I just knocked him. He must have heard me. That was a slow roll, a slow bounce at the shortstop. Volpe got right on that, man, because Hernandez can move. He just got him out at first base. Just got him out. Flip, my choice would be league, but that's me. NRL, okay. Rock laughing at Cullen, yeah. That's right. We're all gray-haired, man. Way back, Union keeps moving. It's not as stop-start as league. Okay, so you're saying Union's better. Because it keeps moving. It's continuous. The league stops too much. Is that what you're saying way back? Al, Union is my choice, but I've seen some great rugby league over the years. All right. Way back, at least you have hair color. I saw way back, you guys got his YouTube video is great. His band is good, way back. That was fun to watch, man. I told you that. I commented on it. Bond, way back, yeah, watch the highlights on YouTube. Patty Cummings, captain's knock. Flip, I'm with Bond. NRL, I think it's bigger in Australia. Oh, that's another good question. What's bigger in Australia, Union Rugby or NRL? Yes, Bond. We all love cricket again. NRL is bigger in Oz. All right. Looks like NRL is winning this question here. Looks like it's winning the polls right now. Even though it stops and starts. Well, I'm used to that with the NFL, stopping and starting. Again, in a 3-hour span of football, on average, a 3-hour football game, there's like 11 total minutes of actual game action in the NFL. Now, isn't that funny? Because you think that baseball, everybody says, well, baseball is so slow before anything happens. In all actuality, the NFL is the slowest out of baseball, football, hockey, and basketball. NFL is the slowest. Obviously, footy is one of the quickest games. So is hockey. Clock keeps moving. NBA is pretty fast. We do have some slowdowns with timeouts and stuff. Now, the funny thing with baseball, when people say it takes too long for anything to happen, The whole game. The whole game of baseball. Cole just walked. You got one out, one man on first. Anyway, the whole game of baseball, I was trying to explain this to people before something happens, is the pitcher, the catcher, and the batter. Every pitch, something is happening. It's the strategy of what the batter thinks the pitcher's going to throw, and the pitcher and catcher going after that batter's weaknesses. The whole game is the pitcher, batter, and catcher. It's all right there. The results of those pitches happen in the field. So it takes too long for anything to happen. Doesn't make sense. It happens something's happening on every pitch. It's a chess match between the catcher and pitcher to the batter. What's he going to throw? Because the balls come in so fast that come on, dude, throw a strike. If you are going to be waiting on a fastball, let's say, and he throws a changeup will slow down. It looks like it's a fastball, but it's coming in a lot slower. You're going to be way ahead of that pitch. Because your brain, I think it has a tenth of a second to pick up a fastball that's 95 to 97 miles an hour. Most of these guys can throw 100 miles an hour. That ball is hit right over Torres' head. So we got first and second now, one out. Man, it just made it over Torres' head. So look at that. Seattle has 2 men on base, 1 out. Bon, I don't see the black and white toilet paper Guernsey. Did you use it for the toilet? I was going to hang those up. I forgot to. Bon, I forgot to hang them up. I can easily go right here. See where my hand is just off screen? It's right there. Both of them are sitting right there. I can easily go get them. Easily. Colin, personally, I prefer league, but one grandson plays union, as did his father, so I'm torn. I understand that. Both union and league are dull compared to AFL. Now, I did try to watch a couple of games that they have rugby league over here in the United States. I did try to watch a couple of pieces of games over here. It's definitely not like footy, man. Footy, I love footy. Absolutely love it. Absolutely, I'm sold. I love the game of footy, man. That is exciting. To go from where I was watching replays of games back in February, December, January, February, around there, I had no clue what I was watching. None. I didn't know what was going on. Now, I can't even imagine. There's still some things that I don't know what's going on. But I'm telling you, I'm learning a whole lot more. That game is 100% on point. I love it. Anyway, but I do want to make rugby a part of the channel, so I'm going to get into that as well. Bond, NRL is bigger in Australia. All right. Looks like the NRL is winning this. Looks like the NRL is winning this. All right, we got first and second right now. There's 2 outs. Their 8th bat. Oh, Mike Ford. I remember this guy. Mike Ford. This guy played for the Yankees for a little while. Guy strikes out a whole lot. And then he'll hit a home run occasionally. But the last time he played again, the Yankees got rid of him because we had Anthony Rizzo and I think Luke Voigt at the time. The guy had nothing. He had nothing really to bring to the table for the Yankees, so they got rid of him. And he has like this attitude toward the Yankees. They got rid of him. It's like, hey, dude, you are nowhere near Anthony Rizzo. You weren't even near Luke Voigt, who's gone now, but at the time. He has like this whole attitude, but yet he's been on multiple teams since he left the Yankees, so we're not the only ones that didn't think this guy was nothing much better than a heap of garbage. So Mike Ford is, like I said, he'll strike out a whole bunch, and then he'll hit a home run here or there, and that's about it. Bon, I'm not a big rugby fan. I watch it every now and then. Way back, Bon, he piffed it out after the Pies lost last week. No. You guys want me to hang that Guernsey? I think indirectly way back and Bon and Flip all want me to hang that Guernsey, man. I think that's what you guys are asking for. I will oblige. You guys better, the only way you can pay me. There he goes. Mike Ford struck out. What a shocker. What a shocker. Now, you guys can, like you said, you can pay me back and buy your Islander sweaters. Jerseys, they're traditionally called sweaters. That's the only way you can pay me back because I despise the New York Islanders. Despise them. Absolutely despise the Islanders. So I think it's in the wash nonstop because it's so filthy. Oh, you guys are. Please don't. I need good things in my head today. Oh, you guys are crying for it. I could put my Charlie Cameron Brisbane Lions up, which I know you guys don't mind the Lions. I see there's not really a lot of hate toward the Lions, which is good. Charlie Cameron's my favorite player on the Brisbane Lions. The dude is a player. And I told you guys, I support the American. I've told you this story 100 times. Mason Cox and Charlie Cameron Guernseys, man. Which one do you want up? The atmosphere at baseball is great. Wait, Schnazzy. Wait a second. Hold on. Oh, yeah, Schnazzy, this is my first season watching baseball. Do you think the Yankees can go all the way? Huh. No, I don't. They don't have it. The problem, Schnazzy, I'll tell you why. Schnazzy. The Yankees have what's called a home run or nothing team. The Yankees right now, all the runs that the Yankees score is via the home run. Over 49% of the Yankees' runs that are scored by them is by the home run. That's bad. They lead the league. That is bad. You know why that's bad? Because when you have runners on base, if the guys aren't hitting home runs, they're not getting the quality small ball, what's called small ball, Schnazzy, dropping a bunt, moving runners around the bases, keeping the line moving is what we call it, keeping the line moving. This guy, like earlier, perfect example of small ball, which is this is not normally what the Yankees do. Gleyber Torres gets on base. Anthony Rizzo comes up. Hits a double off the wall, move the runner around. Anthony Rizzo's on base. The next guy's supposed to move the runner around. It keeps this defensive strategy for the team. It keeps them on their toes. When a guy hits a home run, it's like, all right, let's just keep move on. But when you play small ball, the pitcher has to think differently because we got men on base now. Beta with a base hit. The defense now, Harris, here's a perfect example. Harrison Bader just got a leadoff single. He's on first base. Harrison Bader is very fast. So now the pitcher has to think, how I got to worry about how I pitch to this guy. This guy, Bader, might steal a base. We can move him over. Now the defense has to shift how they're going to be on the field. It's different than a home run. When you hit home runs, the pitch is easy. It's like either I'm going to strike everybody out, make them ground out or whatever. It's home run or nothing. Home run or nothing teams don't make the World Series. And guess what? The Yankees, the Tampa Bay Rays, the Boston Red Sox, and the Houston Astros for the past, to be fair, I'd say the past 7 years have been the best teams in the American League. The best teams. The only one of them has not made at least not made the World Series. It's the Yankees. Tampa Bay plays small ball. They made the World Series once in that time frame. They lost, but they made it. Houston Astros have won a couple of times, and the Red Sox won one. Why? They all have small ball players. The Yankees don't have that. That's why they don't make it. That's why they make it to the playoffs. They get outmanaged and beaten by teams that know how to move runners around the bases. That's where we're at. McKinney's up right now. He's hitting 286. He was called up from AAA from Judge's injury. Beta's stealing second base, and he made it. Boom, 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 boom. He made it. What did I just say? Beta's fast. He may steal second. The pitcher, if he throws slow pitches, it won't give the catcher enough time to catch and try to throw him out at second base. So it makes it harder on the catcher. The pitcher now, the batter has an advantage in that scenario because the pitcher more likely is going to be throwing more fastballs than he's going to be throwing curveballs, sliders, changeups because those are harder to throw a runner out on. See what I mean? Small ball is the way to win these games. When the Yankees were winning in the late 90s and early 2000s, it's because of small ball. They had small ball players. They moved runners. They stole bases. They hit for average, not for home runs. That's how you win. The Yankees have gone way away from that. All right, well, I'm off my soapbox now. Al, the atmosphere at baseball is great. Saw the Colorado Rockies in Denver a few years ago. Great stadium, great food, and beer was cheap compared to the AFL ripoff. Wow, if a baseball, well, in Denver, come to the Yankee Stadium and or the Mets or the Red Sox or Phillies, anything like that, and see how cheap the food is. But out in Colorado, probably. Colorado's great. I drove trucks through Colorado. What a great atmosphere out there. Great scenery. The Colorado Rockies is something to see, man. I've driven trucks over them. It is incredible. I love Colorado. Love it. Bond, got to go. Have a good one, everyone. Go Bombers. All right, Bond, see you later. Lisa, another cellar dweller in Ozzy accounted for. Lisa's in the basement. McKinney, that's gone. That is gone. 2-run homer for McKinney. He was called up from AAA to take over for Aaron Judge while he's out. He'll never replace Aaron Judge, but he took over for him. 2-run shot for Billy McKinney. He's looking good since he's come up from AAA. So, see what I mean, Schnozzy? They have to pitch differently. This guy, if there was nobody on base, probably wouldn't have to worry about how you pitch to him. And McKinney's new. He just called up from the minor leagues. The minor leagues, these pitchers don't have much of a report on some of these players, so they have a little bit of an advantage of they don't know their weaknesses, basically. They try to, but it's hard when you put somebody in a game that just came up from AAA. All right, Bon, we'll see you later, man. Trevino's up right now. He's hitting the whopping 218. Where am I at? Oh, way back. Check them out both, JB. Definitely State of Origin, NRL is a go-to game. Another hit. Trevino gets on base. This is what we're talking about right here. Bottom of the second inning, 3-0 Yankees. Where was this over the weekend? Anyway, Billy McKinney is starting to look really good, man. Great hit, great home run. That's what I mean. Bruin, OG cellar dweller accounted for. Bruin's in the basement. What's up, Bruin? I'm happy right now, man. The Yankees are scoring runs. I think these 3 runs are more than we scored combined over the whole weekend against Boston. I know they scored more than that, but you get my point. Way back, check them both out. I just read that. G'day, Bruin. I like the jersey. Hey, Bruin, man, that's Mrs. Basement. Mrs. Basement got me this for Father's Day. 1927 New York Yankees jersey. Mrs. Basement, rock. She got that for me. Love it to death. She always hooks me up. She hooks me up with the greatest stuff. Anthony Volpe will kill the good vibes and go into a double play. We got 2 outs right now. Even that All-Star jersey that I wear, the All-Star Yankee jersey from last year's All-Star, that was from Mrs. Basement as well on my birthday last year. So see, she is the one responsible for these incredible jerseys that I wear on here, man. Thank you, my honey Rock. There you go. There you go, Bruin. So that's where it came from. And there she is, Rock. Way back, my Islander Guernsey's on the way. Well, again, don't forget, when you wear it, they're called sweaters, and they're called I can't tell you on here because I told you I don't curse on here, but I can't tell you what we really called the Islanders growing up. Maybe I'll tell you in the Discord. LOL, Bond. Yeah, Bond. Funny. All right, Lisa. Bye, Lisa. From Bond. Bruin. So, yeah, man, thank Mrs. Basement. She is the one responsible for these incredible jerseys, man. Flex, another cellar dweller accounted for, another Ozzy accounted for in the basement. Too bad Bond's leaving because I wanted to really put that up. I'm going to have that up next time for you guys. I wasn't even thinking about that. I thought about it for the video because it goes along with the Australian theme. Wasn't thinking about it for the live stream at all. So Bond, Flip, way back, thank you for the great idea of hanging the Mason Cox jersey up there, Mason Cox. And the Charlie Cameron, which I know the Lions don't bother you anyway, but I'll hang that one up anyway. Way back, I'm supposed to be at work, but it's so cold and wet, and then JB comes on. There you go, way back. I'm glad I can be your excuse for not going to work. Don't send your bills to me. Flip, g'day, Bruin. Rock, Bruin. Flip, way back. Al, put the Collingwood Guernsey up, JB. Upset those guys. Oh, I will. I'll put it up. I'll put it up on the next live stream. That'd be great if these guys actually get Islander. I would, way back, when you and Tony and Bon and everybody meet up at that Hawks game, the AFL game, I would die laughing if I saw you guys at that game in Islander jerseys. I would die laughing because people would be looking at you like, who is that? The worst team in professional sports, the New York Islanders. The worst thing, you can tell everybody what a horrendous organization and team they are to everybody. It would be great. I would love to see that. Oh, man. Bruin, Reds have a better of making the playoffs than the Yankees. Yeah, well, you seen the Reds lately? Man, Bruin, the Reds are playing ball, man. And they just got Joey Votto back. Joey Votto comes back, hits a home run in his first at bat in almost a year of being injured, man. Wow. Joey Votto's been around. It feels like he's been around for an eternity. Bruin, I read that, Bruin. Hey, Bruin said, what's up, Rock and Flip? Colin, love Charlie Cameron. He's my fave non-Bulldog player. So put his up. All right, I'm getting well, here you go, Cullen. I also got him right here. Charlie Cameron. Oh, and who's that? Rising star from last season, Nick Dacos. Look at that. There they are. Got a shout out. See, that's the New York Rangers right there. Mike Richter, the goalie of the champion New York Rangers a few years ago, and a few years before that, and a few years before that. But Lisa, I jumped on the Mason Cox YouTube yesterday and referred him to this channel. Thank you. If he does, then we can't talk about burning his Guernsey. Oh, I better put it up then. Mason Cox even jumps in on this chat. Oh, I'm going to have to put up his Guernsey, guys. Sounds like I'm going to – if you guys are shouting out to Mason Cox about my channel, I'm going to have to put that up. Bruin watching JB and Ted. Ted 2. Wow. You're watching Ted too? Oh, my gosh. Way back. That's awesome, Lisa. Yeah, Charlie Cameron annoys the crap out of me. Charlie Cameron's awesome. Great player. Great player for the Lions. Bruin, hey, USMC. Mr. Marine, good to see you. Way back. Essendon doing a review about the logo. Doing a review about the logo. What's that about, way back? Fill me in. Parks. Some fools think the Bomber emblem is too – oh, okay, well, there you go. I'm getting my answer right now. Too military and want to change. Sounds like another Bud Light incident. Flip, what a species you need to see it, JB. I guess so. Way back. Then people jump the gun assuming they want to change the Bomber logo when, in fact, they don't. Just update it. Basement Boss, Bond. That's right. Mrs. Basement Rock is the basement boss. No doubt about it. No debate here. That's my honey. She's the glue in this family. No question about it. Lisa, a bit of a stinky record. I wrote to the president. Most people saying change it are non-sporters. Yeah, Lisa, Charlie Cameron annoys me. He runs rings around my Bulldogs. There he is again. There he goes, running rings. I'll put them up. Schnazzy, are you familiar with Lindenhurst, Johnny? That's where I live. Of course I'm familiar. Hey, Rock, Schnazzy lives in Lindenhurst. He's asking us if we know about Lindenhurst. Are you kidding me? Lindenhurst is right after Babylon on the Long Island Rail, dude. Babylon, Lindenhurst, Copiague, Amityville, Massapequa Park, Massapequa. Yeah, I know a little bit about where Lindenhurst is. Of course I do. Right off Sunrise Highway? Are you off Montauk Highway in Lindenhurst? Are you up by the McDonald's off Sunrise at a Big Babylon Town Hall? I know a little bit about Lindenhurst. That's so funny, Rock. Wait a second. Schnazzy, I used to work in a business on Route 109. Yep, that's right. Route 109. Dude, I used to work at PC Richards, man, off Price Parkway off Route 110. I worked for the truck at Moving Appliances way back in the 90s, man. Yep, she was born in Amityville. There you go. Schnazzy, man, you like, come on, man. Rock, yes, Flex. Alcohol is so heavily taxed here. It's super expensive. Same with smoking. Not that I do either. Schnazzy, that jersey is fresh AF. Mrs. Basement, Father's Day present from Rock right here. I love it. I love it. Telling you, man. Telling you. That's where I get them. There you go. That's right, Lisa. Shout out my wife. Yay, honey Rock. Yep. That is my honey for sure. Bruin, shout out to Rock for the jersey. Rock's getting shout outs. Love it. Flex, don't mind a little bit of NRL, but I'm not a big fan. Run forward, throw backward, get a little boring for me. It seems like footy is the way to go. Mr. Marine, Rock, any good stories about Amityville? Bruin, oh, Giants, see the Flyers' new jerseys? I have not. I'll take a look at it right now. Flyers changed their jersey. Really? Is it bad? I hate the Flyers anyway, but I'll check it out. Not as much as the Islanders, though. Colin, me too. The older logo, the Bomber plan has been around since 1940. Peso, OG cellar dweller accounted for. Peso in the basement. What's up, Peso? What's happening, man? Good to see you in here. Hey, Bruin. Yeah, MC, I think they revealed them today. Hey, I just got an ad. Is that normal? Yeah, that's my money. Flip, do they do ads and live streams? They were supposed to have been doing them. They were supposed to have been doing them. Now they're starting to do them. That's good. Bruin, it does feel like Votto has been playing forever. It does. It does. Mr. Marine, way back. Yes, to me, that's normal. Schnazi, I'm right off the McDonald's off Sunrise. Are you kidding me? I know exactly where you are. 2 blocks away from the high school. Right off McDonald's off the Sunrise. Right under the bridge. If I'm going west on Sunrise, the McDonald's is on the left, right under the bridge. Baldwin Town Hall's on my right. Make a left at that light. The diner, the Lindy Diner, Lindenhurst Diner, isn't that right there too? Yankees out of the inning. 3-0 Yankees going to the bottom of third. We got Gleyber Torres, Giancarlo Stanton, and Anthony Rizzo all coming up. All coming up. Way back. Yes, to me, that's normal. Schnazi, I'm right. Oh, man, that is great. Way back. JB, how far down the Yankees have to be today before you throw the hat? Oh, man, you guys, man, I haven't thrown a hat in a while. Not since the Rangers, the Knicks. Especially the Jets. You guys already know when I play the New York Jets, forget about it. Rock, none, Mr. Marine, just the Amityville horror movie. That's right, Amityville horror. Hey, Tinsley, back in the basement. Tinsley, big Knicks fan, back in the basement. What's going on, Tinsley? Good to see you in here. Marine, Mr. Marine. Rock, that's good. So, Marine, honey, Rock, you got a shout out from Lisa and Bruin and Mr. Marine and Flip and everybody for the great Father's Day gift jersey you got me. Woo-hoo! I love it. I love wearing it. She gets me the greatest stuff. Cullen, press skip. That's right. I get paid for it anyway. Just hit skip. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Just hit skip. Flip after 5 seconds. There you go. Schnazi, yeah, that diner is pretty good. I know the diner. Schnazi, man, we could talk this all day. We need Trouba in here. Trouba needs to be in here. Trouba's right from Long Island also, man. We talk about Sunrise and Route 109, Route 110 all the time. Rock, Schnazi, we visit our family in Bayshore often. We will have to meet up for lunch next time. Definitely. Schnazi, Trouba train. He's not in here yet. We all got to meet up. Mr. Marine is right out in that area as well, I think. Aren't you, Mr. Marine? Aren't you in Nassau County? We all got to meet up. No doubt. Andrew, what's going on, man? What's up from Oz? Andrew, another Ozzy in the basement. What's happening, man? Good to see you in here. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Hit the like button. Keep this basement rolling. We're aiming for 5,000 subs, 10,000 overall, but 5,000 is the next step. We're at 20, I don't know where we're at, 2,200 maybe? Morning, Andrew. Rock, I read that. Andrew, we only have Rays versus Orioles on here on my sports broadcast. Rays versus Orioles is actually bigger than Yankees Mariners right now. Those two teams are battling for first place. The Orioles are really good this year. Schnazi, that'd be sick, Rock. Flex, ads equal money for JB, so don't be too upset when you get them. That's right. Ads equals money, yes. Lisa, press visit advertiser. It's a long ad, then YouTuber still gets paid. Otherwise, you have to watch 30 seconds. Oh, okay. Well, Schnazi, did you see Laviolette's press conference? I have a good feeling about him. Yes, I do too. If you're going to get rid of Gerard Gallant, you got to bring in experience. We went over this. Mr. Marine and I went over this. You got to bring in experience, man. Laviolette's been to 3 Stanley Cup finals. People that claim, oh, he's 1-2. Well, you know what? He won in 06 with the Hurricanes. Who did he lose to? I've been over this 100 times. Patrick Kane, Jonathan Toews, Corey Crawford, and the dynasty Chicago Blackhawks. And then he lost to the Pittsburgh Penguins with Crosby, Malkin, Chris Letang, Marc-Andre Fleury. Come on, guys. He had the Predators against the loss of the Penguins, and he was coaching the Flyers when they lost to the Blackhawks. Two teams that you would not expect to beat those other two teams. So Peter Laviolette is a great hire for what we have going on. You can't allow a rookie head coach to come in here with the Ranger team that we have right now. You can't allow it. Just can't happen. I am a Mark Messier, humongous fan of Mark Messier. I think he's a tremendous leader, captain of the team. He's never coached before. Not saying he wouldn't do great, but you can't utilize him right now. Not right now. You want to hire Mark Messier after Laviolette down the road a little bit? Fine, I'm okay with that. But not now. He's not the hire right now. Johnny, Mr. Marine. All right, we got a full count now. Mr. Marine, Johnny, have you gone to Yank's store on 59th Street Park, Lexington? I have been there one time, a very long time ago, Mr. Marine, a very long time ago. You can get lost in that store, just like the NHL store and the NBA store in Manhattan as well, man. You can get lost in these stores forever. Get lost in them. I can look at everything. I've been to Cooperstown, been to the Baseball Hall of Fame. I could spend 5 days in there and it wouldn't be enough. Love it. Johnny, have you got? I just read that. Andrew, you took down the AFL jumpers. I'm going to put them back up. Apparently, this is a great thing. I'm going to put them back up, Andrew. I'm going to put them back up. I wasn't thinking about it. I usually don't have them up during my live streams. Plus, they're in the way when you got to walk back and forth back there. So I put them up for the videos. I never thought about the live stream. When the Yankees are done batting, I'm going to put them up.
13 games off the IL.
Way back, that's the first time I've seen an ad on JB's live stream. Yeah, that's my money. That's my money, man. So finally, they're getting put on there. They were supposed to have been on there already way back. Mr. Marine, JB, New York City, Manhattan, greatest city in the world, man. Gerdini, OG cellar dweller accounted for. Gerdini's in the basement. Johnny, what's up, my man? They don't look dead tonight. Thank goodness, man. Thank goodness. And Harrison Bader's back, Gerdini. Thank goodness they don't look dead tonight. That weekend, that Red Sox series was disgusting, to say the least. Disgusting. Disgusting and unacceptable, man. Stanton with a little blooper. He'll never run this out. This guy has about all week to throw Stanton out at first base because the guy never hustles. Andrew, we get Thursday night Yanks versus Mariner game here. Good. I'll be doing that game. You guys can follow along. What do you get that on, KO? Didn't know there was a Yankee store in Manhattan. Yeah, there is, Bruin, right there. 59th and Lex, man. You got to check that out. Huge store. Bruin, there he is. Yeah, huge store. Very reasonable money for their stuff. You get lost in that store. Here we go with Anthony Rizzo, who almost hit a 2-run homer earlier, but he did get a big hit. Got a nice double there. Gardini, I feel like Gerard has a similar trajectory with Tibbs, unless I'm a little off. A little bit. He doesn't manage in-game very well, Gerard Gallant. He doesn't manage in-game transitions, who to put where, defensive strategy. Tibbs is kind of like that too, man. And he doesn't he switches the lineup too much. He doesn't get things to gel too often. That all being said, Gallant should not have been fired. I don't think he should have been fired. I like Gerard Gallant. I thought it was pretty sad after the Rangers just had 2 seasons of 2 of the greatest points they've had, point seasons. All right, Rizzo with another hit. He's getting out of his slump. Is he going to push a double? He's going to get a double. 2-out double by Anthony Rizzo. Josh Donaldson coming up. Better hit him home. Let's keep this moving. Gerard Gallant coached 2 of the greatest season records for the not records, but finishing the season records that the Rangers have ever had. I think it was a 110-point season, 107. I don't think you fire the guy. Yeah, it was disappointing. We got knocked out in the first round with a team that we definitely should have beat a young Devils team with. I didn't know the Devils were hot. They were a young team. I get it. They did not have the playoff experience that the Rangers have. They shouldn't have lost that series. That being said, he should not have been fired. I just don't think he should have been fired. That being said, Laviolette then is the way to go at head coach. You got to get experience in there and take this team to the next level. He's just more of an X's and O's guy than Gerard Gallant is. He's more of an X's and O's guy. Grady, another cellar dweller accounted for, another Ozzy in the basement, and a fellow Brisbane Lions fan. Grady Styles, what's happening, brother? Have a great day and evening. You too, my man. Andrew, I posted a link to cricket intro video on your reaction yesterday. Now would be a great time to get into cricket because the Ashes, on which is the biggest event in Test cricket. Yeah, I know you guys are telling you, we have Manav is not in here tonight, but I have an OG cellar dweller. Guy's been with me a long time. Manav, he loves cricket. He talks about it all the time. So it seems to be a humongous sport with everybody. Let's see. Al, Orioles, and thanks for the link, Andrew. Orioles in 1988, I was in the States when they were 0-30. Yes, my dorm mate and I decided to cheer for them until they won. Fun times. Yeah, Al, they set the record. I think they were 0-21 before they won their first game. I think they were 0-21 when they won their first game. I'd have to really look into that, but I think that's what they were. All right, well, the Yankees ended up getting no runs because Donaldson left Anthony Rizzo hanging on second base. 3-0 through 3 innings. Garrett Cole's throwing 1 hit. He's only given up 1 hit out of the first 9 batters that he faced. Bruin, the NHL store is really cool. I've been there only once a few years ago. The NHL store is amazing, man. Like in the NBA store, you get lost in there. Absolutely lost in there. Mr. Marine, I live in New York City, Manhattan. Oh, well, if we all meet up on Long Island, hop on the rail, go to Penn Station, get on the train, come out and meet us all, man. Yeah, Mr. Marine, we got to get up, man, with everybody. Texas, another cellar dweller accounted for. Woo, lost my voice. Another cellar dweller accounted for. What's up, Texas? That was funny. My voice is cracked there. Gardini, Bader coming off the IL both times felt like a jump start to the team. Yes, he needs to stop going on the IL. Bader is huge. I love the trade with Jordan Montgomery. It has paid off. I really like Harrison Bader, man. It does seem that way, too. Look at him. He got on base, stole second. Boom, Anthony Rizzo knocked him home with a double. Small ball, Gardini. We actually saw real small ball from the Yankees today. Bader gets on first with a single, steals second. Anthony Rizzo knocks him home with a double. What a concept. Gardini, the Yankees lead the league with over 49% of their runs comes via the home run. That's really bad. That's really bad that almost half of our runs come from the home run. Not good. So seeing that small ball on that play there was exciting. And yes, Harrison Bader made that happen. Bruin, I'm surprised they have reasonable price stuff in the Yankee store. I know, isn't that crazy? Reasonable price in New York Yankees usually isn't used in the same sentence. Texas, what's up, Bruin? Everybody saying what's up? Where I leave off. Everybody's saying hello to each other. What's up, up. And the first comment, Gardini. They had Kane. Everyone thinks the year for it to end. That was the right time, I think, to cut him loose. He also had needed hip surgery. He's gotten hip surgery, Gardini, which is something that wasn't really revealed when they got him. So he's going to be out 4 to 6 months right now. You watch. He'd probably land back on the Rangers. So they had Kane. Everyone thinks that this is the year for it to end like that. It was the right time, I think, to cut him loose. They may not have cut him loose. He's a free agent. We'll see. Now that he needs hip surgery, he'll probably be a little bit more flexible with the money that he gets. We'll see. But that answered a lot of questions why he was so flat in that whole series. But again, you got to gel with a new team. Patrick Kane played with the Blackhawks for like 16 years, give or take. It's a long time. And then you switch and you got to gel with the new teammates. And I feel that Panarin and a lot of the other big-time players and some of the young guys felt like they always had to pass the puck to Kane, always get it to Kane. I don't know if that was the narrative coming from the coach, but it just seemed like every time Kane was on the ice, it felt like everybody felt this need to get him to Kane. Now, I know Artemi Panarin played with Patrick Kane on the Blackhawks together, but it just seemed like that was what was going on. Schnazi, everyone smash that like button. Yes, hit that like button. Let's go. Way back. This test match, England versus Australia, was one of the classic matches. Way back. 5 days, JB. Yeah, what's a 5-day match? Does that mean like this will really show you? I have no idea what's going on in cricket, but just for an example, the Yankees are playing the Mariners right now. Is it 5 days of games, of separate games, or one game can last 5 days? Which is it? Let me know. Flex just looked at the highlight for the ending. Cullen, if you get into cricket, you'll get about 1 trillion subscribers from India. I trust and believe, Cullen. Manav tells me this all the time. Manav tells me this all the time to get into cricket and that India will be all over me. So I've heard that. Not to mention the store in Manhattan is too. Oh, yeah, bro, with the sports. Amen. Yeah, he will, Cullen, but will they watch? But they watch. There you go. Hernandez up right now. We got 1 out already, 2-2 on him. And Cole strikes out Hernandez. Cole is looking sharp. Manav would really be a help there, too. No doubt, Texas. Maybe cricket should be the move. Man, all right. Well, you guys are sending me links, things in the Discord. This is cool. All right. Mr. Marine, Yankees shirt, $20, $25, not bad. Jersey, about $65. That's not bad either. NHL store is heaven, though. Money, yeah. Money to go Rangers jersey goalie cut for $125, which is awesome in today's world. No doubt. Getting a Rangers jersey, you're looking in the hundreds right off the bat. I don't care who the player is. Hundreds right off the bat. Yep. Al, Orioles went 54 and 107 in 1988. I suppose that was a good recovery or not. When you're starting out 0-21 or worse, I believe it is, no doubt. Andrew, Flex was a great ending, but serves England right for declaring on day one. One game can last 5 days. That's what really throws me off. I'll have to look into it a little bit, guys. I have the time now. NBA is done and the NHL is done, so I'll look into it. You guys are definitely pushing me to do it. Way back, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. for 5 possible days. That long of a game? That long? Oh, my gosh. Way back, one game can last 8 hours? Boy, we've had a couple Yankee games in here that felt like it lasted that long. Flex, 5 days is 2 innings, each one continuous day. Wow. Al, 1 game, 5 days, 7 hours a day. You want me to live stream that? Oh, boy. Awesome. Akak, another cellar dweller account at Akak's big in the comments on my uploaded videos. Mets rule. Mets are my second favorite team, Akak. They are my second favorite team, but they are not playing good baseball outside of yesterday when they destroyed Houston 11-1. Mr. Gadini, the O's won 48 in 2019, and now they might be the best beast of the East. One of the reasons with continuing baseball is the best for rebuilding. Yes, amen. Cricket, one of the most watched games worldwide. Right, and so is soccer. A lot of people tell me I should be doing soccer also. Soccer's humongous around the world. I think it's the world's largest sport, is it not? Now, I do know I live streamed the World Cup 1 game, and I was barely live streaming at the time, and I got like almost 700 views right off the bat. Bruin might have to go back someday. To the store? Yeah. Flex, 3 different game modes, T20, 3-ish hours, 50 over cricket is over 1 day, and test matches are 5 days. That might as well have been in a whole different language, Flex. I don't know what I just read there. There are 3 game lengths, tests are 5 days, which there is no limit for how long each. Oh, boy. You guys might as well have had that in a whole different language. I don't even know what I read there. But that's how I started out in footy. I don't know what I was reading either, so I can catch on pretty quickly. T20 would be best to stream so fast-paced. Well, so fast-paced means what? 4 or 5 hour game? That's a long time to be talking. Oh, is it going to drop? Oh, that was foul. Also, is it on weird times like footy? I would love to live stream footy games, guys. I would love to live stream the Lions and the Pies, but it's because these games come on, 4, 5, 6 in the morning here, man. I can't be yelling in here like that. People are sleeping. Mr. Marine, Bruin, go back to NHL. It's reasonable to money-wise. Yeah, you got to go. That NHL store is incredible, man. Way back, 5 days to the max. You can finish earlier if you get twice. Harrison Bader's up. We already went one for one with Bader. He set it off for us tonight. Bader, dead center. He's out. I don't mind soccer now and then, but too low scoring for me. That's my only problem with soccer, Flex. Too low scoring for me, too. The athletes and the cardio you need to play that game are insane. I totally respect the soccer players out there. Complete 100 respect for the game that they play and the cardio necessary to play that game. 100% respect for people that, for professionals that play soccer. Another fly out by McKinney, who hit a 2-run homer earlier in the game. The Yankees still up 3-0, bottom of the 4th inning. Gardini, more disappointing, Mets or Padres? Padres all day, because, boy, are they in the struggle gutter. Yeah, they both are, no doubt. You have to say Padres, though, Gardini. Look at their batting order. Bogarts and Soto and Machado and Tatis. Matt Carpenter's even there. I know he's older, but you know what I'm saying. You get my point. There's no real soft spots in their batting order. And look at them. The Padres are definitely the more disappointing team than the Mets. The Mets didn't make any changes in their batting order. And kind of like the Yankees, they lose their big hitter, Pete Alonso, and they go in the gutter even worse. And they were already kind of there when he was playing. So the Mets, they came out with the same batting order, man. And Francisco Lindor, I like him, but I don't think he's lived up to the billing that he got when he's come over from the Indians. He's not the player they thought he was going to be. He's had his moments. Last year he looked good. It's tough. Al, I won't do soccer. Has become exercise and dramatic diving the last 20 years. Oh, boy. Trevino up, who's also 1-for-1. Jose Trevino is a great pickup for the Yankees. One of the best you could argue he's the best defensive catcher in the entire game. Jose Trevino is a tremendous catcher when it comes to defense. Mr. Marine says, what's up to Gardini? Flex, depends on what country, what county cricket is being played in for international tournaments and matches. Some would be a daytime for you. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. I wish that's the way it was in footy. I would have done a couple games there. Al, yeah, Andrew X, I used to be into it, but no more ever. Oh, soccer? I must have missed something. Andrew, the Big Bash in Australia would be a great tournament to stream. IPL is great too, but I think the Aussie broadcast would be better suited to an American. Okay. When I don't give much comment back on some of these comments because I don't know anything about the sport for me to even make a comment. I don't even know enough to BS my way through it. I'll watch Australia World Cup games, but that's about it. I've watched the United States Soccer World Cup. I'll tell you, man, it was better than I thought it was going to be. It really was. It was better than I thought it was going to be. It was pretty exciting, actually. But I know I have friends of mine and some family that are diehard with soccer. They love the game. Absolutely love it. I can't knock people for loving a sport that they love that I haven't gotten into. I mean, I have a lot of my friends don't hate baseball. They say it's boring. They say it takes too long. Again, there we go again. It takes too long for anything to happen. The pitcher, catcher, and batter, there's something happening on every pitch. That's the whole game right there, the strategy of the pitcher and catcher versus the batter. That's the whole game. That's the strategy. So something's happening on every pitch. But I understand when people say it's boring. I mean, I get it. If you're just trying to get into it later in life, I understand the argument. But everyone's saying, what's up, Mr. Marine? Soccer tough to watch, John. Remember indoor soccer? New York Arrows in the 80s and early 90s. How about the Mr. Marine? Remember the Cosmos? Wasn't there the New York Cosmos at one time also? The Arrows and the Cosmos. I remember the Cosmos growing up. Hey, listen, it's not a sport I probably will get into. I did do the World Cup. I did a couple of live streams for the United States soccer there. I do have a United States soccer jersey, too. I had to get one, man. At least have that. Gardini, with as much as we are pushing the panic button, we got the same record as the Dodgers and Stros, so I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet either. The Yankees are still in it. We are still well in it. With all the struggles that we have had, we are still, 39-32, I think our record is? Our play over the weekend was disgusting, Gardini. Disgusting. If you didn't watch the highlights Friday night of our Pee Wee League out there, couldn't throw the ball, couldn't manage regular plays. Pitchers not covering first base, just not there. And the other pitcher that didn't back up Donaldson on the errant throw to him at third base. Where was the fundamentals in that? And we were terrible over that. Was hard to watch over the weekend. Andrew, I can't get into basketball. Not at all. Baseball I can watch. Oh, I love the NBA. I love basketball. I love football is my number one. The NFL is my number one. But then basketball, hockey, and baseball are all equal to me. I love them all. And now footy. Footy's right in there too. Love footy as well, man. That sport, I am really into that sport now. I can't get into I just read that way back. Check out the time difference between your time in England. Then you can watch live maybe. Maybe, but I'm not going to be doing it soon, way back. I got to look into the game a little bit. I will not jump onto a live stream and know zero about the sport that I'm doing. I won't do that. I won't do that. I'm not going to know nothing. I'd have to look into it a little bit and get into it like I did with footy, you know? Uh-oh. Oh, no, that's nothing. That's one out right there. Gardini, I saw I couldn't make it through the whole field. Very reminiscent of the bad Orioles. Oh, man. It was horrible. Yeah, that's right. I think you said you didn't see the game. You were lucky not to see that game. Trouba left. OG Trouba, he left the stream. That was horrible to watch, man. Andrew, have you watched any netball? It's surprisingly good. Netball? Andrew, I can go as far as telling you I've never even heard of netball. I'll look it up, though. I'll write that down. Ground out to, nope, not a ground out. Glaber couldn't handle the ball. Netball. I'll check it out, Andrew. I'll check it out. Cosmos, Pele, right, Mr. Marine, Cosmos. Yes, sir. Gardini, I just read that. Andrew read that. Cullen, understanding the rules of a game is one thing. Understanding the subtleties of a game is a whole other thing altogether. Yes, and that's the thing. The rules, it's like learning a new language. One word can mean 10 different things to someone that's fluent in the language, but it's like learning a new sport and learning the language, down to the subtleties, down to the unwritten rules. It takes years of experience. That's why I tell people, I don't know everything about footy. I know what I'm seeing. Next season, I'll be like, wait a minute, you can't do that, or that rule's not there, or you can't do that. There's plays, that's why I tell people on my reviews, there's plays that are happening or should have happened that I wouldn't even know because I'm not experienced enough in the game. I'm happy to know what I do know, but yeah, you can't just jump into a sport and expect to act like an experienced person. Like I said, I can jump on these live streams and do them all day. I don't need to prepare for this. I don't need to prepare to do a live stream of the games I know. I don't need to do that. Gardini obviously doesn't need to do that. He hopped on with Lou and I. It was tremendous. But we were fans of a sport for years and years of experience watching this stuff. Footy, I could go on confidently and do a live stream. The difference, the day I finally will find a way to do that, you'll see the difference in my live stream on footy compared to the sports I know. I like reverting back in time. I like to do analogies. I like to go back when this guy did this. Remember that year when this guy did that or this guy did that? I don't have that yet with footy. I can only keep it to what I'm watching. I don't have the years of experience. 10 years from now, I can go back to the time that I'm looking at now. Even though I'm reading the history of the Brisbane Lions, I've shown you guys the book. I'm reading that. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot about their past. I'm learning a lot about when they combined teams from the Fitzroy Lions and the Brisbane Bears came together in 1996. I'm learning a lot, but I can't speak from experience because I didn't see a lot of things. So that would be the difference with me doing a live stream of footy. I could talk about the game I'm watching, but going back in time like I do with these live streams, I don't have that experience yet. But I would still do it if I had a way of doing it. Way back, I've never heard of netball. Never heard of it. I just never have. But that was a good point, Colin. Understanding the rules of the game compared to the subtleties, yes, very different. And, of course, the unwritten rules, too. We have unwritten rules in baseball here. You drill our batter, we're going to drill your batter. That's not a rule. It's an unwritten rule. The other unwritten rule is like if you're up 10-0 in the ninth inning and you steal a base anyway, that's like, you're going to get the next guy in your batting order drilled for that. Like you're up 10-0, you're going to steal a base on us in the last inning. Stuff like that. Andrew, that is netball explained by Netball USA. Oh, still, guys, I'll look it up. I've never heard of it. I don't know what else you guys want out of me. I've never heard of it. Glaber, you going to get the ball and throw it, or what are you doing here? So now they got first and second with 2 outs. Al, hey JB, are you into college football at all? I've been writing the last 10 years. You get to see rising talent in huge crowds. Al, believe it or not, I'm not a college sports guy. I'll watch the big games, Alabama, Florida, games like that, the SEC. I am not into college football. Don't ask me why. I don't know. It never resonated with me. I'm not an NFL draft guy either, by the way. I hate the draft. It's like watching paint dry. And when people, like to me, when someone says, hey, this so-and-so nailed the draft, watch out for them. How do you know? The NFL is a hard sport to walk into from college. Look at how many guys come in from college that are highly regarded from college that don't make it in the NFL. How many? How many quarterbacks have been busts more than made it? How many weren't supposed to make it that made it? I always feel that that's pressure. But the NFL draft, I'm not into that. I think it's the most boring, unrealistic thing to watch. And the combine, guys throwing, wow, did you see the combine? He thrived. I would hope he could throw to a wide open guy with no pressure if he's going to go in the NFL. Like I'm not impressed by a guy that can throw to somebody that's wide open with no pressure on him, that no one's in pads. There's no pressure. I mean, Zach Wilson, the Jets drafted him because of these amazing throws that he made at the combine. Well, that's great. No pressure on him. Oh, he ran this way and threw it across his body 50 yards downfield. Great. Wow. How did that work out? I know I sound like a hater in the whole thing, but I'm just telling you, I'm just not into it. College now, I've seen some very exciting college football games. One of the best title games on the flip, to be positive for a little bit here, one of the best college football title national championship games I ever saw was Vince Young versus Matt Leinart and USC and Reggie Bush and them. That was the great, if not the greatest national championship game I've ever seen. That was an amazing game. Vince Young put himself on the map for USC to lose that game. Now, there's another crew, Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush. They were supposed to be the greatest things coming into the NFL. Matt Leinart was a journeyman backup, and Reggie Bush was good, but he didn't live up to the billing he was supposed to have gotten. Remember when he was drafted, Mario Williams was drafted before him. The Texans needed a defensive end. People thought they were crazy for not taking Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush was good. He had a decent career, but he wasn't what he was supposed to be. Sorry, I'll get off my soapbox again. Al, I hope that answered your question. I watched some college games, but I just never gotten into it. I also wasn't raised in the South. The southern part of the United States, oh, man, college football is bigger than the NFL. It's bigger than everything. And I'm talking like Georgia, Alabama, Florida, Arkansas, Mississippi, those areas there, those states. College football is the Bible. I'm not kidding you. That's huge there. Where I'm from, up in New York, I never got into college. I don't know. So I hope that answered your question, Al. Sorry. Gardini, Johnny, would you trade 3 firsts? Julius, Sims, Jericho Sims. Okay, for Zion, because I'm intrigued, but is it worth the risk? No. I'm intrigued if Zion doesn't get hurt all the time. You know what? I would trade Julius Randle. Gardini, I'll do this. Trade Julius Randle, Jericho Sims, and a first rounder and maybe a second rounder for Zion. The guy's hurt all the time. I would love to have Zion on my team. But 3 first rounders? That's tough. That bothers me more than trading Julius and Jericho Sims. Jericho Sims, we still don't know what we have in that kid yet. Remember when Mitchell Robinson went down? I thought Jericho Sims was going to be the kid. Now it's his time to shine. Who shined? Hartenstein. Isaiah Hartenstein shined when Mitchell Robinson went down. Not Jericho. Is it crazy? And I hope they sign Josh Hart, Gardini. Josh Hart needs to come back. They need to bring him back. And I don't blame him for testing free agency, but Josh Hart needs to come back. 3 first rounders, I don't know, Gardini. Maybe a 1 first rounder, Julius Sims. Maybe a second round, another round. I don't know about 3 first rounders. It is intriguing, though. I'll give you that, man. Zion, and if you bring back he'd be playing with RJ again. I'd be intrigued by it. I just want to see the guy play. The guy's an amazing player, man, Zion, when he's not injured. Andrew, actually, that video sucks. I'll find Okay, Andrew, good enough. Mr. Marine, Al Park, Virginia Tech is awesome. Amazing crowd, music, Enter Sandman. That is awesome. Been doing it for over 20 years. Boy, Metallica, they made a song for the radio, right, Mr. Marine? Enter Sandman is Metallica's most popular song, yet it's its most, I don't want to say sellout. I don't want to say the word sellout because I am a huge Metallica fan. It's just not Metallica. You know, it's not from Master of Puppets or a Justice album or Ride the Lightning. You know, that was Metallica, thrash Metallica. Seek and Destroy, you know, Kill 'Em All. Those albums, man, that was Metallica. The Black Album, like I said, I don't want to call it a sell. They just switched up. How about that? Metallica switched up for the popularity, and they got really paid for it. I don't blame anybody for making their money. But Enter Sandman, gosh, it was Mariano Rivera's opening song. You guys know how it works. Volpe's on base with a hit. So we got top of the fifth inning. It's still 3-0 Yankees. Garrett Cole's rolling along. Got Jake Bowers, another good surprise here. Jake Bowers. Al, that is awesome, Mr. Marine. Yep. Way back, the Aussies are very good at netball on the world stage. Oh, boy, we got netball and cricket in here now. Gardini, Jonathan Papelbon intro going down to Boston while playing for the Bo Sox was electric. Jonathan Papelbon. Oh, we spoke about him when you were on with me and Lou there, Gardini. Yep. Al, Johnny Football. Johnny Manziel, Al, just for you. Just for you. Just for you, Al. Just for you. How about them apples, huh? How about that? Jake Bowers, is that gone? Warning track. Oh, at the wall. Caught at the wall. How about that, huh? Now, I did not willingly buy this. I went in and purchased something else from the memorabilia store, and the guy like pushed this on me like a 2-for-1 kind of deal almost. How about that? Johnny Football, the next great. Cullen, I went to watch my daughter play netball. Oh, boy, this has really sparked up a conversation. For 10 years, from under 10 to seniors, I hated every minute. Cullen always brings it real. I love it, Cullen. Always bringing it real. Way back, LOL Cullen, after I met Mrs. Wayback, she played netball, and I had to go every Wednesday night for years. You guys sound like this is a punishment, so I don't know about netball. I'll look at it, though. Okay, so we got Volpe on first. Gleyber Torres at the bat. He's got one strike on him already. Al, Reggie Bush and Young, I'll have to try and find that game on YouTube. You didn't see that one? You're into college football and didn't see that? I watched that one. Like I said, I'll watch some games. National championships, some of the playoff games I'll watch, depending on the matchup, but I never sit here. When people say, oh, man, you know this guy, what college you go to? I don't know. I don't know what college these guys go to. Most of the time I don't. So you guys want to get me on knowledge? I can't do college football tests. I'm not good with those. I'm not good with them. Where I leave off? Oh, Al, Reggie Bush, and I just read that. Gunner, OG cellar dweller accounted for. Gunner's in the basement. Gunner's going to be coming on like Gardini did when the Buffalo Bills or the Sabres, or guys, like I said, we can continuously have you guys on, so that's fine. Gunner, 9-11. Rodgers and the Jets, Bills. Are the Bills going to go after DeAndre Hopkins? Because a lot of people are like, oh, watch out, the Patriots might get him. DeAndre Hopkins probably doesn't want to go to the Patriots. Bill O'Brien, first of all, traded him away for an old, broken-down David Johnson, running back from the Cardinals. And the Patriots don't have the team. He wants to win a championship. The Patriots aren't really a contender right now. And they got Mac Jones at quarterback. They can say, well, look at the Patriots' history. What have they done without Tom Brady? What have they done? Mac Jones isn't the answer. And Bill O'Brien, his greatest claim to fame was when he was the offensive coordinator with the Patriots, when Brady was there. So it's kind of like Adam Gase. He's better than Adam Gase. Bill O'Brien's definitely better than Adam Gase. But I'm just saying the Jets hired Adam Gase because Peyton Manning said he was a great offensive coordinator because he was Manning's offensive coordinator when he was on the Broncos. Adam Gase was doing what for Peyton Manning on the Broncos? Bringing him great cups of coffee? Because Peyton Manning was already established. It's not like he developed Peyton Manning. Manning didn't need Adam Gase. So, I mean, that Bill O'Brien being there, who cares? Mac Jones is not, he's okay. He's an average quarterback. I don't think DeAndre Hopkins wants to go to a team that has an average quarterback. The Patriots defense is great. I'll never knock the Patriots defense. They're great. But they don't have an offense. Stevenson's a decent running back. I like him. He's a decent running back. Anyway, I think he's holding out to see if Kansas City can find a way to land him. Buffalo, if I'm the Buffalo Bills gunner, don't you think you're going after Dalvin Cook and DeAndre Hopkins? Because Cook wants to play with him. Andrew, my wife and daughter play netball. The boys play football and cricket. Awesome, Andrew. I wrote down netball. I will definitely take a look at it. Oh, man, I fell behind a little bit. Boy, this chat's moving. Guys, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Anybody new, subscribe. Bell notice, like button. Keep the basement rolling. Andrew, way back for most international netball ends up Australia, England, South Africa. Way back at A Gunner. Schnazi, I'm hoping for Damian Lillard or Jaylen Brown. Oh, man, I would love that coming to the Knicks. Absolutely. Give Brunson some help. Gunner, not from Long Island. I'm leaving off there. I'll be right back, guys. Gunner, leaving off with you. All right, Gunner, I'm not from Long Island, but I am from New York. Yes, he is. Cullen, run flat out, catch the ball, stop throw, run flat out, catch the ball, stop throw. That's netball? Okay. We got one out already, one man on first. Man, all that happened since I was gone. Hernandez up right now. He's 252, 12 bombs on the year. Cole's pitching a hell of a game. He's got 74 pitches in, top of the sixth inning right now. Solid 3-0 lead. Hernandez, 2 strikes now, 0-2. He has been owning Hernandez tonight amongst everybody else. Gunner's from Buffalo. Yes, we saw Gunner. Met Gunner and Thunder Dan in Buffalo and went to the Sabres-Rangers game. Hernandez flying out to Bader. Oh, he really has to run in. Bauer's on the catch. 2 outs now, still a man on first. How about Luis Reyes from the Marlins? He had his 3rd 5-hit game in June last night versus the Blue Jays. He's hitting 400 right now, 282 plate appearances. 400. He'd hit his 3rd 5-hit game for June. This kid is rolling, and the Marlins are looking really good this year. They're usually a team that doesn't look good. So big shout out to Fuzzy Bear. You guys all know Fuzzy Bear. He's not in here tonight, but he's been all over the Marlins. His Marlins looking really good right now, Miami Marlins. He always reminds me that they're the team that beat the Yankees in the World Series in 2003, and I don't have any answer for that, except that it was horrible. Gardini, 4 years, $55 million for Josh Hart. I would do that in a heartbeat. Amen. Me too. Sign me up. The dude can play a great two-guard and a great small forward position. Remember, he was in there a lot. He was going off. Gardini, we were just talking about the uplifting moment with Bader coming back. How about when Josh Hart steps on the court? Watch out. Josh Hart steps on the court for the Knicks. The tempo, the momentum, everything goes up when that dude's on the court. I'd pay that too, Gardini. I'd back you on that. Cullen from Andrew, netball gets a bad rap. It's actually very good to watch if you give it a proper chance. I can't comment. I've never seen it. Run. Off the wall. That's no good. Get it. Keep running. He's going home. That was a big shot. It almost went out. That was almost a 2-run homer, man. Thankfully, it hit almost the top of the wall. Oh, my gosh. I thought that was gone. McKinney had to really run after that, man. He had to get on his wheels. He was playing 2 in. Now, maybe about 2 feet higher, it would have been a home run, a 2-run homer. It would have been 3-2, just like that. Well, right now it's 3-1 with 2 outs. Gunner, don't worry, way back. Most people think New York City when I say I'm from New York. That is so true. You say you're from New York, everybody thinks Manhattan right away. Amen. Schnazzy, anyone here a fan of the Beatles and Pink Floyd? Those are 2 of my favorite bands all time. Schnazzy, I am a huge Rush fan. I'm a big-time Rush fan. I don't mind Pink Floyd. I'm not a big Beatles fan. I was more a Rolling Stones guy. But when I grew up, man, it was Rush, Metallica, Motley Crue. Then Public Enemy, Cypress Hill. I got into a whole bunch of stuff, man. Those were my big bands when I was growing up. Metallica, Motley Crue, Rush. Those were my humongous bands growing up. I like the Rolling Stones. Never really got much into the Beatles, Schnazzy. Pink Floyd was okay. Sometimes I wasn't a big Pink Floyd seemed like I just wasn't on the right stuff to enjoy them. But I do like a lot of Pink Floyd. Songs, I just haven't listened to a lot of them lately. But they are definitely a good band. They're both legends, obviously. They're both legends. But I am a huge Rush fan, huge Neil Peart, Geddy Lee, Alex Lifeson. Alex Lifeson is one of the most underrated guitarists of all time. James, welcome into the basement. James, more mainstream. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. You're referring to the Black Album by Metallica, more mainstream. That's why I said I don't want to call it a sellout album because I don't blame anybody for going for the money. Cole struck out Suarez to end the inning. All right, so it's 3-1 Yankees. We got Rizzo, Donaldson, and Bader coming up. More mainstream. Thank you, James. That's the word I was looking for. That's the word I was looking for right there. More mainstream. No one can fault anybody for, quote unquote, selling out when you're going after money. The album had some good songs. I'm not going to act like I didn't like it. It just wasn't, Metallica. It wasn't Ride the Lightning and Kill 'Em All and the Justice album and Master of Puppets. I mean, that was Metallica, man. So Metallica fans know what I'm talking about. Mr. Marine, not Metallica at all, Johnny. Was a sellout, making new fans at that time. Yeah, it wasn't Metallica at all, right? It wasn't Metallica at all. That's what I'm saying. It was getting new fans and getting more, as James put it, more mainstream. Motorhead, come on, man. These are bands, man. Motorhead, Lemmy is a legend. ZZ Top, I always like ZZ Top too, man. Come on, how can you not like ZZ Top? So, but yeah, Mr. Marine, I agree with you. Saint Anger was their worst album. Worst album, Mr. Marine. Saint Anger was horrendous. There wasn't even one guitar solo on that entire album. I can't listen to that. Gunner, Master of Puppets is my favorite Metallica song, but One is probably their best. I love One. One is an amazing song, Gunner. Amazing song, but I could rip off about 10 songs that are better than that. One is an amazing song. I wouldn't call it their best. I don't hate it as much as a lot of Metallica fans hate one. They say it's not Metallica, it's a ballad. It's not so much a ballad. I think one is an outstanding song. But I think there's songs right on that Justice album that are better than that song, like And Justice for All itself. Harvester of Sorrows is another great song on there. But I'll give you it. One's a great song. It is a definite great song by Metallica. The Justice album is an awesome album too. Anyway. Colin, yeah, I'm kidding really, Andrew. Oh, okay. You got Rizzo up. He's 2 for 2. So good to see Anthony Rizzo hitting again. He's got 2 doubles and a ribby. When I say ribby, it's RBI, runs batted in. So he's batted in one. Oh, another hit for Rizzo against the shift. Another hit against the shift. Love it. This is the Rizzo we need. 3 for 3. Anthony Rizzo. All right, buddy. Back on track. Back on track. Let's go. Where are we at? Mr. Marine. Where am I at? I'm really behind here, guys. Gunner, Johnny, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but Corbin Carroll might be on pace for a 40-40 season as a rookie. I get Acuna might be amazing and a Reed's hitting 400, but this would be hard to argue. I haven't looked into enough about it. A 400 season, I do know. 40-40's happened, but 400 hasn't happened since Ted Williams. Like, that hasn't happened in so long that it's kind of like the argument, and I don't fully disagree with you, Gardini. It's kind of like the argument, what's harder to do, a perfect game or hitting for the cycle? What's harder to do? To me, hitting for the cycle is harder than the perfect game. Perfect game is great, but it's been done multiple times. The cycle is hard to do. That's a single, a double, a triple, and a homer in the same game. So it's kind of like one of those kind of arguments to me. Gunner, 2 best Metallica songs ever. They are incredible songs. They are incredible songs, no doubt. Especially with the D-backs in first in the West. How about that? Schnazi, I went to high school with Jeremy Ruckert, your New York Jets second-year tight end. Yeah, Jeremy Ruckert, that's right. We got to start using our tight ends. The Jets don't like using tight ends. Way back, hey, JB, did you have a G.I. Joe as a kid? I had a whole bunch of them that I wish I never got rid of, man. The money those would be worth now? Destro, Snake Eyes, Grunt, Stalker. I had Cobra Commander. I had all these guys, man. I just known to keep them in the box. Man, I'd be a millionaire. Get an Ozzy on the live stream. You might need to have subtitles on that live. Oh, my gosh. I did a subtitle on one of these Anzac songs. Oh, man, I got not trashed for it, but I didn't know the words of the song. That didn't come out too good. Schnazi, I want Cook to come to the Dolphins. Oh, Dalvin Cook, yeah. Well, he wants to play with I'm surprised that the Bills aren't making a run at Dalvin Cook and DeAndre Hopkins. Not at least that I've seen. Al, JB, 2006 was before I got into college football, but I can tell you how great the Fitzroy Lions were in 83 and 84. Some of the best, highest scores ever. Oh, I'm telling you, man, I've been reading up a lot on it. I do watch a lot of older games, so I'm getting into it. And you like the Johnny Football. Johnny Football, that was a surprise, man. I wasn't in that store to get that. The guy sold me that for like $10. I know they don't make many of those, man, so I said I'll take it. One day down the road, years down the road, maybe that'll be worth something because I know Johnny Football is still huge in Texas. I know that. I know he's still huge in Texas. So I was like, I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. Grab the Collingwood. Boy, the Collingwood Guernsey is huge amongst a lot of people. Maybe I should go grab this thing and put him up there. Who's got the lighter? Oh, man. You know what? You got burn, baby, burn. Rock, honey, that's my second team, babe. Mrs. Basement wants a burn. All right, I'm going to get it. Way back. It wasn't me, JB. Give it to Essendon. Looks like they're going to lose theirs. Oh, boy. You know it, Rock. Come over to the Bombers, Rock. Would make it more interesting. Rock is a beast. Yes. She is super competitive, my honey. Yes, Mrs. Basement, super competitive. I don't think they can handle her over there. That's true. Way back, the Bombers won't lose. The Bomber logo, will they? Surely not. I don't know much about what's going on with that. I'll have to look into that. Manav, OG Cellar Dweller accounted for. Manav, huge cricket fan in the basement. Manav, every time that you're not in the basement for a while, cricket seems to be more huge than when you're in here. Manav, half of this stream tonight has been about cricket. Manav, you are showing up right on time. Rock says, what's up, Manav? Where am I? Oh. There you go. Way back already asking you, Manav. Did you get where did I go? I just moved the scroll 1 second. The whole thing moved. Good evening, Bruin. Way back. Texas Metallica chat. What's everyone's favorite? I got to give a big shout to And Justice for All, the song itself. That song is freaking phenomenal. I love that song. Way back. Hey, Manav, did you catch the Aussies win the first Yeast? Motor Breath is pretty damn good. Tez, I also am a huge Megadeth fan, too. I know the breakup with Mustaine and Metallica. I know Megadeth can play Metallica's whole catalog. The difference between the two bands to me, James Hetfield is a far better frontman and voice than Dave Mustaine. And I love Dave. He is amazing on the guitar. He put together an outstanding band in Megadeth. But Hetfield's just way better on it as a frontman. That's just my opinion. Mr. Marine, Motorhead was my first concert for me in 1980, New York City when I was 13, paid $5. Lemmy Kilmister tribute shirts up to him, Snaggletooth under my neck. I have 42 tats of Music Marine tattoos. Man, Lemmy, legend, man. Pure legend. Here's Mike Ford, good old Mike Ford. I smashed and trashed Mike Ford earlier, Godini, for us. Way back, Rizzo sounds like the man. Yo, Anthony Rizzo is the man. The dude is a baller, man. He can play. He's a great first baseman also way back. Anthony Rizzo, big time. Came to the Yankees 2 years ago, halfway through at the trade deadline. Stayed on through last year and this year. Not everybody can come to New York and play. He proved he could play, and I'm glad the Yankees kept him on. Rizzo is the perfect name for a Yankee player. There you go, Al. Anthony Rizzo. Perfect for New York, right? Texas, Rizzo is such a Yankees name. It is. It is. Anthony Rizzo, New York. Come on. 40-40, Canseco, not Williams. No. Not the 40-40. The 400 season, Texas. The 400 season is what I'm talking about. What is harder to do? The 400 batting season was Ted Williams, not 40-40. If I said it that way, I didn't mean it that way. So Ariz going after that is pretty amazing, man. Pretty amazing. And again, what's harder, hitting for the cycle or throwing a perfect game? Which is harder to do? Because I don't think when a guy hits for the cycle, they get the same accolades as a pitcher that throws a perfect game. To me, the cycle, if nothing else, is just as hard as the perfect game. Marines, Manav, way back. Hey, Lisa, a few of the guys in the Discord are catching up the Hawks Blues game. If you're keen, you're more than welcome to join us. That is cool, Wade. And everybody, you have to buy an Islander jersey, apparently, to go to this as well, Wade, because way back and the guys are going to all have Islander jerseys on. Hey, Bruin, who should they get? They want to get Islander jerseys. Who should we have them tell them to get? Rick DiPietro? Bruin, would that be a good one for them to buy? They can show up their Islander jerseys with Rick DiPietro goalie jersey. That would be awesome, Bruin. Wouldn't that be a good one for them to get? Or a Zdeno Chara, the guy the Islanders got rid of, the Hall of Fame defenseman. The Islanders got rid of Zdeno Chara when he was young. They said, get your 6'10" body out of here. You're not going to make it in the NHL. Let me go on and on about the Islanders. Oh, who was picked in that same draft when Rick DiPietro went number 1 overall, Bruin? Number 1 overall in that 2000 draft. Who was that guy that the Rangers got from goalie? Oh, yeah, Henrik Lundqvist. How about that? In the 7th round. 7th round. Rick DiPietro had a 15-year contract automatically by the Islanders and their dumb organization, man, thinking they got another Billy Smith or something for their team. How'd that pan out? So, guys, way back, guys, go out and get a Rick DiPietro Islander jersey and show it off. I'd love to see it. Mr. Marine, didn't Cook go to the Cowboys? Did he? Did Dalvin Cook go to the Cowboys? Sorry, I'm at work, but listening. All right, Tony. Tony, listen. Get a Rick DiPietro Islander jersey if you guys want to pay me back. You know it, Alan Tex. Hey, I'm catching up. Gunner, 2 outs right now, top of the 7th, nobody on, full count, and struck him out. Garrett Cole pitching a monster game today. That's what we need from our ace tonight. That's what I'm talking about right there. Garrett Cole is money this year. Talking about cricket, great win. My son went to the 3rd day of the cricket. Gunner, a stat that shocks me. The Raiders' single-season rushing TD leader isn't Bo Jackson or Marcus Allen. Single-season rushing TD leader. I would have guessed Marcus Allen also. Don't say somebody like Tyrone Wheatley. That Giant fans, remember Tyrone Wheatley? Michigan running back, was supposed to be great. He was okay. Let me think. Oh, boy, who? That's a good question, Gunner. I would have guessed Allen, but same. The way my guess, I never heard of the guy who holds the record. Oh, that's great. I'm not going to be online this week because I'm going to attend my cousin's wedding here in California. Mana, family first, man. And congrats to your wedding. To your cousin's wedding. Gunner, Johnny, want to know who I think is the most underrated receiver in the NFL history? Steve Largent. Amen. I almost never see his name get mentioned as the best receivers in history. You know who else doesn't get mentioned? Marvin Harrison. How about Curtis Martin as running back? Up until recently, Curtis Martin was the 4th all-time rusher in the NFL. 4th all-time. 14,000 yards in 11 seasons. You never hear Curtis Martin's name. And for that matter, you never hear Eric Dickerson's name either. Another legendary running back. Eric Dickerson, the first guy to get 2,000 yards, and he still holds the record from 1984 with the Los Angeles Rams before he finally got traded on to the Indianapolis Colts. You never hear Eric Dickerson's name. Marvin Harrison, Curtis Martin. 3 names you never hear of, ever. And they're at the top of their game, numbers-wise. Steve Largent, by the way, unretired his number so Jerry Rice could wear it when he went to the Seattle Seahawks. Little footnote there for you. Cycles no-hitters, Alexei Yashin. Oh, Alexei Yashin, that was part of the trade, Bruin. Getting Alexei Yashin jersey because that's who the Islanders got back. Can you imagine that? Zdeno Chara for Alexei Yashin. Wasn't Yashin like the Mets' Bobby Bonilla? Where they still had to pay him like years after he couldn't play, and they still had to pay him. But Alexei Yashin is the Islanders' Bobby Bonilla, no doubt. James, 13 cycles, 21 perfect games. First 2 perfect around 1880 cycle wasn't coined until about 40 years later. Yeah, that cycle is hard to do, man. A single, double, triple, and homer in the same game. It's rough. DiPietro would be a good one. Oh, DiPietro, man. The Islanders and their fans wouldn't shut up when they got him. Wouldn't shut up when they got him. That's insane. I met Rick DiPietro is my favorite. My favorite one. Barzal jersey on the way. There you go, way back. Turgeon would be, Pierre Turgeon. Another good shout out, Mr. Marine. Pierre Turgeon. Wow, remember him? And Michael Pekka. Oh, I don't think Michael Pekka. I still say Rick DiPietro is the best one. Rick DiPietro, man. You say never shut up about it. They got him. Mike Miller, 15 years, and then they get rid of Zdeno Chara. Wow. And then to make it even worse, the Islanders signed back Chara for the last year of his career. They signed him back. What an insult to injury. You get rid of a future Hall of Fame defenseman. You didn't want to give him a chance, and then you sign him back when he's all way beyond done to play one final season with the Islanders. What a sorry, disgusting, pathetic joke of an organization the New York Islanders are. What a joke. Oh, to think that I would go, no offense, Bruin, but I would go, I told you this, I'll go for a Boston team. Boston Bruins, I will easily, happily go for when they play the Islanders. And the Flyers, I'll go for them too. Easily go for them over the Islanders. Can't stand that organization. Bruin, we're naming bad players, Marine, not good ones. Right? Pierre Turgeon was oh.
But it must be so nice to be Garrett Cole and be able to.
Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. I got to see something here.
To pick up the strikeout. Then you have the last laugh.
I doubt anyone will guess it, but the Raiders single season. With 16. I wouldn't have known that one. Sort of like a group message chat thing. Oh, okay. Bruin pretty much and held out on the Senators before they gave him the boot. Alexei Yashin was horrible. Gordon Lane, Mr. Marine, shouting out some names. Mrs. Basement, Rock, get it, babe. Yes, yes, yes. Way back. Just for that, way back. Look at that classic Magpies hat, huh? Wow. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. Now go to a little Bears action. How about that? Look at that classic hat, huh? For you footy lovers. There we go. Now we're complete. Trevino with a... Oh, went right under his glove. He should have been out. Oh, man. That hurts. France went down and pick up a routine grounder, went right under his glove. Went right under his glove. Mrs. Wayback will be with us. Oh, at the game. Cool. Yeah, you guys have shown video of you and your wife at the games. That's awesome, Wayback. Love it. Island, yeah, there you go. There you go, Wayback. That Guernsey's right there for you. What year was that, Gunner? Yeah, who knows what year that was. I never heard of that running back either. Banaszak? Never heard of him. Look at that. I feel a little queasy. JB, can you link the disc? Sure. Gunner, I was wrong. It was 1975. I never heard of that dude, and I'm really good with this stuff. Never heard of him. Never would have guessed. Hey, how about what are you doing? Volpe's up. Hold on a second, guys. Oh, it was right off his helmet. Schnazi, an RBI is a run batted in. So if there's a guy on base like Jose Trevino for the Yankees is on first base right now. If Volpe gets a hit and Trevino goes all the way home, Volpe just got a run batted in. He batted the guy in that's on base right now. That's a run batted in. If he hits a home run, that's 2 runs batted in for Volpe. That would be a home run. That's 1 run. You count yourself. And the guy that went home that was on base. So that's 2 runs that were batted in by you. Get it? I hope. Yeah, there you go. Oh, Gunnar, I had a question for you, and it was a Buffalo Bills question. And I thought about it before I came on. Now I forget what it was. It'll come to me. It'll come to me, Gunnar. It'll come to me. Man, I had a good Buffalo Bills question for you too, man. Schnazi, what's an RBI? I read that. Schnazi, okay, thank you. Matumbo, what part of cricket's still confusing for you? The whole thing. I've never watched cricket, Matumbo. I've never watched it. I don't know what goes on there. So the whole thing's still confusing, but I haven't looked at it yet. So I'll start getting into it. It seems like a lot of people love this game of cricket. They say it's comparable to baseball. Well, I'm trying to see what the baseball is comparison to cricket. I've never watched the game of Tumble, so I can't say it's confusing to me as of yet. What's confusing to me, I guess, is like tests and T20s, and one game can last 5 days. Like, why would a game last 5 days? And games can go 6 to 7, 8 hours long. That right there would be like, that's a long game, 7 hours. What do you do for 7 hours? I mean, some baseball games have gone like in the past 22 innings, 25 innings. Some of them have gone that long. But I mean, for a regular game to be 6 to 8 hours long, is that true? Is that normal? Is that a normal game, 6 to 8 hours long? Oh, Yankees, they're out. I thought they were switching pitchers. I think the inning's over. So I don't know. 6 to 8 hours long. It sounds like a long time. Some people say T20. I don't know anything, Matumbo. I have never looked at cricket. So, but it's very popular here in the live stream. But I couldn't see. I can be honest with you guys. I can't see myself live streaming for 7 hours. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do that for my New York Jets. That's long. That's a long time. I would do a review on it maybe, but I would never live stream for 7 straight hours on one game. That's a long time. But again, it's like I haven't never looked at it, so I can't say I like it or don't like it. I've never watched it, so I'm being fair here. But that just sounds like a long game. The OGs and I freak out when we do a baseball game that's like 4 hours long and 2 a.m. We've been through that a couple times last year. But I'll tell you, I'm going to check it out. I'm going to do some videos and check it out. I will look at a lot of them, and since you guys are asking me over and over to do it, and not just in this stream, overall, I'll do it. Yeah, Tony, you and a few people have, man. A few people have, so I will take a look at it. Like I said, rugby is my next move. Rugby is the next move, and I will look at cricket as well. Rugby is the next move. Remember, guys, I am all week long full of sports, and like I record all the wrestling because I do all the wrestling pay-per-views on here. So I watch all those. I watch Monday Night Raw repeats, and I watch SmackDown repeats, so I'm all ready. Every month the pay-per-views come on, and I know everything that's going on, along with Manav and Lockport and a whole bunch of other people that love wrestling. I do a whole ton of these sports, so getting into new ones, I really got to put a lot of time and effort into it. Like footy, I have put a lot of time into learning footy. A lot of time. I love that game. And I knew I would like it the minute I saw it. I knew I liked it. I didn't know what was going on. Guys are running all over the place, and everybody's doing this with the ball and kicking it and running and hitting it all at the same time. And I have the NFL in my mind, so I'm all confused. But the more I watch it, the more I listen. I tell people, when you're going to get into one of our sports, I always tell people, watch a lot of games or watch a lot of game replays and listen to the announcers. When you listen to the announcers, it really makes sense with what you know about the play that happened at the time. And now in the great world of pausing the TV, you can pause the TV and actually back it up and say, hey, what happened there? Did that Watch AFL app? Oh, my Brisbane Bears hat went down. That Watch AFL app is great because I watch all the replays of a lot of these games. Not all of them, but I watch a lot of them. And I've learned a lot. And the front bar and On the Couch and those shows, I learned a lot. But it's a lot of effort and a lot of time goes into learning a brand new sport. A lot of time. And if it's worth it to me, I'll do it. If it grabs me right off the bat, I'll go all in, as you guys see with footy. I have gone all in with that sport. Absolutely love it. So that's why I said, to be fair, I will give cricket a shot. I'm going to look at rugby. I'm going to give these sports a shot. Footy, I had to take all my attention. That is like my off time. I do a lot of research on the footy and watching games over and over and over. So I can really, like, it took me a long time to find out what a rushed behind was. I didn't know what a rushed behind was. I never understood. I'm like, rushed. What does rushed mean? I look at the scores. I'm like, what is rushed? What does that mean? Now I know what that means. People are fighting, going near the post and all that, and the thing goes in, a rush behind. I get it now. Like, there's things I get. Garrett Cole, 105 pitches, top of the 8th inning, 1 out. Garrett Cole's night is done. Great night for Cole. Great night for Cole. What a game. What a well-pitched game for our ace. It's coming off the mound right now. We're turning the pitching over to the bullpen, and we're getting it going. Let's solidify this win. The Yankees are still up 3-1, top of the 8th inning with 1 out. Where am I at? Johnny, I dropped the video Discord. Matumbo, you see the Knicks doing better than last season record-wise? I would hope so, Matumbo. I would hope so. The Knicks did really well this season. Really, really well. And I like seeing Tom Thibodeau play the youth. He played the youth a lot better. Those guys can play, but they still need a sniper, Matumbo. They still need a sniper. We still need that go-to guy, which I wish R.J. Barrett would have turned into. I wish he would have turned into that go-to guy. Now, he did actually really well. He started the first game of the playoffs, bad game. The last game of the playoffs, bad game. But in between, RJ was pretty consistent, man. He did really well. But we need that guy, that go-to guy when you need those baskets. That's what the New York Knicks need. That's what we need. So that would definitely not only give him a better record, Matumbo, it'll move him on forward. And Mitchell Robinson, I love him, but I think he's a center in the wrong era. Mitchell Robinson is like a center from the 90s, the 80s or the 90s. You know, they don't shoot. The guy's a great rebounder, great ball blocker, the whole nine. But he can't shoot, man. We need to step up to the modern era and find a center that can shoot. We need that. That's today's game. That's today's game. You need a center that can shoot. I really do like Robinson, but the guy can't shoot, man. So you got to move on from him too. So, and there's a lot of teams that would take him. I think you got to package him in a deal. Get a good sniper, man. We need a good outside shooter. That's what this team's missing. I like Quentin Grimes. Grimes shows signs of life. The guy can play defense, and he shows he can hit some three-pointers. Will he become consistent? He's a young player, man. Maybe he's that guy. Clay Holmes coming in on the mound. He has a .47 ERA in the last 19 games. That's less than 1 run a game average. Valix, another cellar dweller accounted for. Valix is in the basement. Valix, what's up, man? Good to see you in here, brother. Let's go, Yankees. Let's get out of this slump. Amen. Amen, Valix. The game's not over yet, but we got some good guys coming in. We know Clay Holmes is going to take over the 8th inning. We know Michael King's going to come in the 9th inning and close this thing out. We have to win this for Cole and for the Yankee fans in general after that disgusting display of baseball, if you want to call it that, over the last place Red Sox that beat us up in Boston the entire weekend. Nothing worse than losing to a last place team, but we did. Valix, what's going on? Got that. Way back saying, what's up, Valix? Marine, what's up, Valix? Gunna, Blue Jays up 2-0, about to start from the bottom of the 9th. 3 outs away from victory. Oh, yeah, Gunna, that's right. You're a Blue Jays fan, man. We already went over the Blue Jays a bunch of times, man. I never understand them. But there you go. Schnazi, I need the Yankees to win by 3 runs or more for my bet to pay off. You need a home run. You need a home run from somebody. And we got 2 outs now. Holmes is going to mop this up, I hope. Holmes is really reliable, man. I mean, more than not, he's a really reliable closer, man. I mean, he was the closer, but he started blowing games last year. But now that he's in the setup role, he's done a lot better in this role. A lot better. Where are we at? Christopher Ricketts. Ricketts is in the basement. Another cellar dweller accounted for. What's going on, Ricketts? What's up, my man? Good to see you in here. Valix, Subway back, and Mr. Marine. Ricketts, what's up, Johnny? Good, Ricketts. What's going on with you? I missed one here. Oh, that's Valix. Okay. Struck him out. There we go. Yankees coming up, bottom of the 8th inning. Beautiful, beautiful sinker right on the lower corner, man. Right on the outside corner. Perfect. 3-1 Yankees going to the bottom of the 8th inning. We get our bats. They get up. We should close this thing out. Gunnar, will Rogers become your second ever 4,000-yard passer, Johnny? Gunner, I would like Rodgers to become our second quarterback that took us to a Super Bowl and won one. That's more important to me than if he throws for 4,000 yards. But if you ask it, I could see him throwing for 4,000 yards. Why not? Why not? We're getting a pissed off Aaron Rodgers, guys. Pissed off. Think about it, man. Last time he was pissed off, he won the MVP in 2020. 2021, right? They drafted Jordan Love. Pissed off Aaron Rodgers, won the MVP. Last year, he didn't have a great year. He had a great year compared to what other quarterbacks would love to have the season that he had. But Rodgers, why not? I could see him throwing for 4,000 yards this year. Why not? But I want him to win the Super Bowl while his time here. And I really believe Rodgers will be here more than 1 year. I think he's going to be here 2 years, guys. I think Aaron Rodgers will be on the Jets for 2 years. 2. I don't see 3. I see 2. He needs to put a Super Bowl ring on everybody's finger and make these fans proud. Expecting him to go out and win the Super Bowl in his first season, that's a tall order, man. It's not easy to do. It's a tall order. I do like the fact that he rejected the Patriots. The Patriots tried to slip in there and try to get him. I thought Mac Jones was the savior in New England. All the New England fans, Mac Jones, Mac Jones, Mac Jones. Now they tried to shop Mac Jones in the offseason, and then they tried to slip in under the Jets, and Rodgers told his agent, tell New England, no, I ain't going there. Not going to New England. Going to the Jets. Why? The Jets have a better team than New England has. Period. That's the case. Why would Rodgers risk his career going to a team that may be good? He's not here to make the playoffs. He's here to win the whole thing. That's what Aaron Rodgers is here to do. He's here to win the whole thing. So if he throws 4,000 yards on top of it, great. Where am I at? Gunner, will Rodgers, I read that. Ricketts, not much, man. Just enjoying a day off. Australians weren't built for the cold, and boy, am I up for the proverbial. That's right. It's your winter time there. It's our summertime here, man. And I got to tell you where I'm at. We've had one hot day this month of June. It was like 89. Really humid out. But, I mean, we're right back down to the 70s today. So it's really been a nice month so far. July and August can be brutal, but after that, we're right into the fall, and, is what it is. Gleyber is up. He's 1 for 3 right now. Bottom of the 8th inning. Ricketts, yeah, the Jets seem really happy with him. Hey, man, when the Jets got him, people said, oh, he's not going to go to OTAs. He's a diva. He's not going to work with the team. He's not going to like playing with the young players. You don't think Aaron Rodgers knew all this when he said he'd play for the Jets? And he's at all the OTAs. He's at the voluntary stuff. He's there. He's working with the team inside and out. This guy wants to win now. It's like Mark Messier when he went to the Rangers. Mark Messier told and promised and guaranteed the Rangers would get a ring. And they got it. Not in the first season, but they got it. He brought it there. He brought that ring there. Down 3-2. Mr. Marine, I know you remember this. Bruin down 3-2 in the Eastern Conference Finals to Martin Brodeur, young Martin Brodeur and the Devils. And he guaranteed a win. Mark Messier guaranteed that we would move on to the Stanley Cup, and we had to win 2 more games first. He guaranteed it. What did he do that night? Got a natural hat trick. And we won. Got a natural hat trick. That's amazing. And look at the level. Messier didn't need to do that. Messier already proved that he could win without Wayne Gretzky when the Oilers won in 1990 without Wayne Gretzky. Messier led that team to a championship then. So he had already proven that he could win without Wayne Gretzky, which a lot of people said he couldn't. So they were shocked when the Oilers won in 1990. That was his 5th ring. His 5th one. Then he got number 6 with the Rangers and guaranteed victory there. So that dude got 6 rings in 10 years. 6 in 10 years. That's Michael Jordan status. Full minicamp turnout, so got a little break. Ricketts, I like that for a team's headspace going into the season. Oh, yeah, no doubt. Mr. Marine, I missed you there. Johnny, did you see Rangers press conference today? Hope he got it right because Drury's job is definitely on the line, Mr. Marine. Definitely. That's why I knew he wasn't going to go with a rookie coach. Not Messier, not Knobloch with the Hartford Wolfpack, our minor league team, our AHL team, if you want to refer to it, be technical. Oh, there's Stanton striking out again, by the way. So he's got 2 outs. Torres has struck out. Stanton struck out. 3 for 3 tonight. Anthony Rizzo grounds out. So now the Yankees going out to close this game out. The Mariners have 3 outs left. 3 outs left to try to tie this game up or win. They got Hernandez, Kelenic, and Suarez coming up. We're going to have Clay Holmes looks like he's going back out to close this thing out. Ricketts, I like that. I read that. Gunnar, at least your team is not the Bears. They've never had a 4,000-yard passer. I know. Right? Never had one. But look at how far back we got to go, Gunnar. We got to go all the way back to Joe Namath for this stuff. Way back to Joe Namath. It's not good, man. Ricketts, yeah, 2 for sure could follow Brady and Manning and winning right after moving. Right. And people forget Tom Brady when everybody said, well, you knew he was going to win with the Bucs. No, you didn't. If you go back and look when they got rid of Tom Brady or they left or whatever the breakup was there, he went to the Buccaneers. And if you go back in time and look at the articles and the news and the media written about Brady choosing the Buccaneers, none of them said they would win anything with Tom Brady. None of them. Don't forget, Tom Brady's first year with the Buccaneers was a COVID year. He couldn't practice with the team, couldn't go to OTAs, couldn't meet up with anybody, couldn't do anything volunteer with anybody. No preseason games. Your first game with your new team and new playbook was week 1 when it counted with no practice. Nothing. No preseason games. No warm-ups. Nothing. They were at 7-5, I think, when Bruce Arians finally and the team finally decided we better start calling some plays that Brady is used to doing that they did on the Patriots. And what happened? They won the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers is not Tom Brady, but he's in that category with Manning and to me the next tier down from Brady. So it can be done. So do I think Rodgers, would I be shocked if they go out and lose to the Buffalo Bills on Monday night on 9/11? No. Would I be shocked if they had a slow start? Their first 4 games are rough. Would I be shocked if they were like 2-4 or maybe 2-2 after the first 4 games or maybe 3-4 at one point? No. I don't expect the Jets to go out and be 10-1 like right off the bat. But the difference is that Rodgers has Nathaniel Hackett and he already knows the system. He already knows the system. Remember, everybody was laughing at the Jets when they signed Nathaniel Hackett as offensive coordinator. Oh, you guys aren't going to get Aaron Rodgers. The Broncos couldn't do it. You're not going to do it. Sure enough, look who's here. And he knows the system. That's the difference. He already knows the playbook like the back of his hand. He's been running it his whole career. So we'll see what happens. But the AFC East is no joke. The Bills, the Dolphins got Jalen Ramsey. The Dolphins, to me, all depends on what Tua does. Can he play with all those concussions? And Matthew Stafford. Well, Gunnar, I think that's right. Stafford went to the Rams and won right away. I don't agree with the Russell Wilson thing. Russell Wilson, he went to the Broncos, and I don't think he put in the same effort that these other guys put in. I don't know. The Broncos have one of the best defenses in the NFL, and they were a horrible team. Why? I don't care what your defense is. If you're on the field the whole game, it's hard to win games. Boy, Hernandez is fighting here, man. It's 0-2 on Hernandez. We're trying to end this game. The Yankees just need 3 outs, and we win. 1-2. Ricketts would implode. Oh, Al, if the Jets get an Aussie punter, I'll watch more often. Bring back Ben Graham. Ben Graham. He was a good punter for the Jets. Wow, that was a while ago. And I love how everybody's hating on the media's hating on the Jets. It's like, I thought when you're a lovable loser for a long time, people want to see you start winning. The Jets haven't been in the playoffs for 12 years. And by the way, coincidentally, when Brady went to the Buccaneers, the Bucs hadn't been to the playoffs for 12 years. 12! Then they won the Super Bowl. Is that a fair ball? Thank goodness it wasn't. Ricketts, regardless, he still won one after moving. King JB to 5,000 subs. King B, another cellar dweller accounted for, and another Toronto Blue Jay fan, Gunner, in the basement. What's your take on the pitch clock? So far, so good. I'm curious how it will play out in a playoff game. Very good. Do you think Savannah Banana Ball had any influence on the pitch clock? I wasn't sure about the pitch clock. I do like it, but some controversy, King. To your point, some controversy is going to come into playoffs, especially if it's a situation where like the bases are loaded and someone took too long to get in the batter's box on a full count, and that's a strikeout when you had the bases loaded and there's 2 outs and you need that run. Something along those lines is going to happen. Or the reverse, the pitcher took too long. That's going to be a ground out. Donaldson better hurry up. Beat Hernandez by a step. 1 out. We need 2 more outs, guys. 2 more outs. So, King, yeah, man, that's going to be an interesting thing there, man. Interesting thing. Trouba, OG cellar dweller accounted for. Trouba's in the basement. Sorry, late to the party. Better late than never. That's right, Trouba, better late than never. And this time we're not playing Pee Wee League baseball. We're actually playing real baseball today, Trouba. We scored runs on small ball, like Harrison Bader got a hit, if you've been watching. Stole second, and then Rizzo gets a double and sends him home. Wow, small ball from the Yankees. Go figure, man. So we're trying to close this thing out right now. Clay Holmes on the mound, and he's looking really good so far. Mr. Marine, Bruin, yes, if it was the Rangers didn't finish, Islanders, caps off so quick, they would not have beaten the Devils. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding, man. Rock, say what's up to Trouba. Trouba, hey, Bruin, and Rock of the Basement. That's right. She's Rock of the Basement. Trouba, very good. Yes, sir. All rise for UMC. That's right. For Trouba, always. All rise for UMC. And his stress test tomorrow, which you're going to do great on, Mr. Marine. That stress test, you're going to kill it. Doing that cardio, man. Doing that treadmill. Ricketts, wasn't Manning coming back from a big spine or neck injury? Yes, he was. Only got in the NFL recently, so catching up on history. Yes, he was, Ricketts. And if this had been in the 90s, he would have never come back because they could still lay out the quarterback back then. So good call on that. Yes, he had a big neck injury, man. So his second Super Bowl is really based on Von Miller and Denver's great defense more so than Manning's arm. But, yes, that neck injury he would have never played with in the 80s or 90s. No way. Lisa, yeah, a couple of NFL players have converted successfully to the NFL. Rocco Graham, Sippos, and now Fletcher. Yes. Yeah, no kidding. Strike 2, 0-2 now. Clay Holmes looking really good out there. Again, he has a .49 ERA in the last 19 games. .47. .47. That's less than a run average in the last 19 games when he's on the mound. Gunner, Brady didn't even win the division his first year in Tampa. Right. Didn't even win the division. That's why when people put all this pressure on Rodgers and the Jets, well, they better win 12 games, and they better this, they better that. And that's the ball game, guys. Suarez struck out. 3-1 Yankees win. We'll be back here, should be back here tomorrow night. Again, we got the family here. We got the grandkids here. So every day I may or may not be on. Always remember that, but we should be on tomorrow night. Trouba, all rise, got you there. Trouba train. Brady didn't even win the division. That's true, Gunner. That's true, and they still won the Super Bowl. That's why I said if Rodgers gets 4,000 yards passing, great. Let's see it. Bring it on. But I want that ring. Do I expect it this season? No. I mean, we'll see what happens, but I won't be seeing the Jets go deep in the playoffs and playing great football and even being in the conversation with 6 nationally televised games, Gunner. I'm excited about that all along, man. I'm excited to be excited about the Jets for once. It's been since Darrelle Revis and company were on the team. That's how long it's been since I've been excited about the Jets. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here on that. Going to catch up with the fam upstairs. Going to go get my dinner, guys. I will see you tomorrow night. Should be tomorrow night. We're doing it day to day. Like I said, grandkids are here. It depends on our schedule and see what's going on. But everybody, thank you so much for your support. Thank you, New York Yankees, for scoring some runs. 1-800-RUNS now. I scored. OG Rick the Ninja. OG Dwell Rick the Ninja. I stole that line from 1-800-RUNS now, but I love it because how suitable a statement from last year to this year. That August, that 10-18, the 10-18. You guys know what I mean, 10-18 in August, the 10-18. Horrible. Anyway, guys, We're going to move on. We'll see you tomorrow night and see you on the next uploaded video. I'm going to continue on with these Australian funny moments and sports moments and blah, blah, blah. Subscribe, bell notice, like button. I'll see you guys on the next stream and on the next upload. Thank you again for all your support. Hit your like button. Specky that like button on the way out. I'll see you all tomorrow night.
Boom.